Hello dear viewers, welcome to part 2 of the Buzz Lightyear series of videos and also the final part. At this stage, we have each of the main sub-assemblies like the head variations, his various limbs, the backpack, the base, all which have been put together, and the stickers have been applied at the appropriate places. Some minor painting have also been done, so we can now proceed with the final assembly. Now before we do that, let's have a look at the head variations, of which I have painted one of the three using Tamiya weathering color, the pinks of his cheeks, and Mr. weathering color, meaning the brown panel lining on his chin. Now let's compare the painted and painted head variations. To the far left is the one I painted, and the next two are the unpainted ones. So you can see by painting the cheeks and his chin, Buzz Lightyear's face looks so much more alive and more akin to what you can see from the movies. Now next, we'll take a look at the body. Because of the gloss or semi-gloss and matte finishes on the bare plastic was so good, I didn't paint it at all, as I would have done for maybe my other models. The only work I have done was to apply the stickers, for example the Space Ranger sticker here, the Lightyear stickers, as well as the blue, green and red buttons on the far left. And but in this case the stickers make the kit authentic because it looks more Twilight. Now let's look at the space helmet. I did nothing at all here. I just cut it out from the sprue and clean up the sides. These are the clear pieces that will be fitting over Buzz Lightyear's head. We move on now to the backpack. There are lots of stickers on here, namely the alternating red and white hazard stripes, a circular turbine-like contraption, the danger and jet exhaust wordings. Now on the back is a spring mechanism for the wing gimmick, which I will assemble later on in this video. Okay, let's observe now the details on the right arm. Just one sticker here, the laser sticker, indicating that that button is to activate the laser. Yes, two hand options. One is a closed fist and one is an open palm. And that purple stripe you see there is a sticker too. And whereas other parts are just color separated molded plastic. Now on the left arm, you can see another sticker. And there's a gimmick on the wrist where you can open and see inside. And there's another sticker there showing some detailed thingamajigs. Similar hand options, closed fist and open palm. Meanwhile, the pelvic section is a simple combination of white armor, a green belt, and grey joints. For some reason I can't seem to get this to close completely no matter how hard I press. Maybe there's something I'm missing there. Now on we move to the right leg and foot. Here's the left leg and foot. Articulation is fairly limited, but then again not much is expected from a kid like Buzz Lightyear, especially with his cumbersome space armor on. For sure he is more flexible as an animation rather than a kit. That's the articulation on the ankle. And that's the bend on the knee. As you can see, I've used all the stickers available except for the ones that were supposed to be applied on the sole of Buzz Lightyear's foot. Didn't feel this was necessary as it's going to be standing and you won't be able to see it anyway. The base is a beautiful semi-opaque clear hexagonal piece, and this white cylinder piece helps fix Buzz's feet onto the base. I love it when a kit comes together with the base. Now we'll begin assembly by placing the head variation that I painted onto the body. Freedom of movement for the head once the neck is attached to the joint is pretty impressive. Now, I feel that Buzz Lightyear's face should be painted, at least his cheeks and chin that I mentioned earlier, or maybe his lips, which I didn't do here, in order to make him look more lifelike, so to speak, even though he's a toy, I know. Now let's move on to the backpack and its wing mechanism. First, I'll place the spring onto the center part, followed by the backpack, whose own wing mechanisms I had assembled earlier. And let's put them together. It's pretty difficult. And the spring's gone. Oh dear. It's fallen off the work table, so just let me go get it. The spring just sprang out of the part after I gave it a little tension while trying to push the two parts together. Now it's somewhere on the floor and it's small, so just bear with me, guys. Okay, I found it. It's here. Let me try again. Let's continue. It's typical assembling things at an odd angle, which is what I'm doing now due to the recording process. Okay, let's try again. It's in finally, I think. No, wait. It's not. Let me try again. I can't seem to push the two pieces together without getting the spring out of place. Okay, let's use a little bit more force. Align everything correctly. Just try not to get the spring to fly out again. And yes, it's in. Just had to use a little bit more force. Now, let's try out the wing mechanism. Now, okay, let me just double check to see that everything is in first. So, okay, now what's next then? Let's see. I think we could try out the wing gimmick that's so iconic for Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story. First, fold the wings in, then we'll align it so that we can press the button. Let me try that again. And there you see. The gimmick is really cool. The press of a button, the wing will snap open. It works. Now moving on to the assembly process. We attach first the right arm. followed by the closed fist option. Next is the left arm. Followed by the open palm option. Then we move on to the pelvis. The fitting is quite tight, like the arms to the shoulder joints. There's a slight swivel to the joint. So now let's move on to the right foot. Place it into the leg. Then the left foot and leg. With both legs assembled, we can now move on with the assembly by attaching the legs onto the pelvis joint. First the right, followed by the left. So as you can see, Buzz is nearly finished now. All he needs is his helmet. Now, let me move all the pieces to the side first. I don't want to be damaging any of the extra pieces. Extra option pieces. What do you know? Buzz can stand on his own 2 feet without the help of the base connector and the base itself. So let's continue with the assembly by placing the helmet onto Buzz. Unfortunately, there's no gimmick for his helmet piece, as I'll show later. The smaller of the 2 clear half spherical pieces is attached towards the back of his head, like here, while the larger piece is placed at the front end. Now, sliding the larger front piece over the smaller half would seem to be a natural operating mechanism to open the helmet, but there isn't any hinge-like part that allows me to do this. As you can see here, if I go over a certain angle, the helmet will just pop open, it will become loose. So the helmet either stays on fully closed up with both pieces attached, or to simulate an open helmet, I'll just remove the front piece here. Okay, now let me explain what I'm trying to do now. Now remember the iconic pose that Buzz Lightyear made, where he's pressing the laser button with his left hand and shooting a so-called laser light at enemies. Well, that was what I was trying to do here, or rather what I'm trying to do here, but it seems as if the reach of the left arm doesn't actually go all the way to the right arm. Now in the box art or the manual, they actually show him doing that. But upon closer inspection, I guess it's kind of an optical illusion, because they're taking the photo from the side and the left hand looks as if it's touching the right arm, but it actually is not. So I guess that's a fail. The both arms don't actually reach each other. They can't touch each other. So that iconic pose is out of the question. So let's put the helmet back on, which isn't as easy as it would seem. And the helmet is not as easy a fix as one would think it should be, but it's in anyway. So now let's put Buzz onto the base. Using the white pack, so now Buzz fits very securely onto the base, while Buzz can stand on his own with his own 2 feet. Securing him onto the base using the pack makes Buzz even much more secure. So this is Buzz. That's how he will look connected to the base. Let me just adjust his feet. And that's Buzz Lightyear standing securely onto the base. So that's the assembly of Buzz Lightyear plastic model kit, with the only painted part being the head variation that I have chosen. So we'll move on to a 360 view of Buzz, in which I will place him on a rotating turntable, and you'll have a good look at a 360 view of Buzz, so that you can see this kit in all its glory. So let's now have a look at Buzz in a 360 degree view. Okay then, dear viewers, this is Bandai's Toy Story 4 Buzz Lightyear plastic model kit, placed upon a rotating turntable so that you can have a 360 degree view of him. Now what you see here is a kit built straight out of the box, with most of the stickers applied to it, and the only work I done was to paint the face, his cheeks specifically, and his chin. Now I had removed the front of his helmet to prevent the glare from distracting from his face, but now let me just put it back on so that you can see Buzz Lightyear with his helmet closed up. I guess that's more iconic view. Now I had fun building this kit. It was a blast putting him together, and I love how good he looks straight out from the box, with minimal work done to it. Minimal work here being painting his cheeks and the chin, and of course putting the stickers on and putting the whole kit together. Now I hope you, dear readers, enjoyed my video. If you did, please do subscribe to my channel and also click like on this video. Thank you, dear viewers, for taking the time to watch this Buzz Lightyear video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and have a good day.